this is indeed a moment which is bitter and it is at the same time sweet. And it would be remiss not to remember our 4 colleagues who should have been with us today, but for reasons not known to us, they are not. I want to take this opportunity to reiterate my position as the Chief Justice and as the Chairperson of the Judicial Service Commission, and state that all persons recommended by the JSC and as directed by the Constitution must be appointed as judges. That is the law. I am a judge. I do not want to enter into any controversy because at the end of the day I shouldn't. I'm an adjudicator. But I'm duty bound to reiterate this position and continue to call on His Excellency the President to appoint the remaining 6 judges, 4 of whom would be joining this court. That said, ladies and gentlemen, the difficult times the judiciary is facing and the attacks on the courts and the judicial independence are not new, but they require our renewed resolve at an individual and institutional level. At an individual level, every judicial officer, every judge has a duty to safeguard their independence, and especially the independence of their judicial decisions, to be guided by our oath of office that compels us that we must decide cases without any fear, favor, bias, affection, ill will, prejudice, any political, religious, or other influence. This individual judicial independence is especially important during times such as this, and indeed all the time. As I said during my own assumption of office only 3 weeks ago, the independence of the judiciary remains under serious threat of capture, and the culprits, unfortunately, are not only limited to agencies within governments or politics, but also include private sector, civil society, business community, others who I will not name. As we continue to hear voices directing judges on how to decide or not to decide cases, sometimes we are told not to dare touch a matter. And then you wonder what happened to the oath of office, not to fear, not to decide based on fear. We are told not to decide, not to exercise our judicial minds otherwise than in a certain way, and one wonders what happened to the principle of even matters that are pending in court. To me, these unsolicited commands are tantamount to interference with the judge's independence, as the Constitution forbids any party or authority from directing us in the discharge of our duties. As I undertake to defend and protect our institutional independence, I would prevail upon all parties also to respect what is stated in the Constitution.
As a first among equals of my commitment to uphold the oath I have taken, maintain the highest standards of probity, and to discharge my duties to the best of my ability in a transparent, fair, and just manner, and to uphold the tenets of the Constitution of Kenya. I wish to also take this opportunity once again to welcome our brothers and sister judges who joined this court on 3rd of June 2021 and are here with us today, this being their first public function as members of this court. Please join me in appreciating and welcoming them to the Court of Appeal. Karibuni sana. It is my prayer and belief that the remaining 4 nominated colleagues will join us soon. Chief Justice, colleagues and invited guests, I wish at this juncture to acknowledge the excellent work done by my two brothers who have occupied this office before me, that is the Honorable Mr. Justice Paul Kiara Kariuki, now the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya, and the Honorable Mr. Justice William Oko, Supreme Court Judge of Kenya. They set a high pace for service delivery during their respective tenures as the President of the Court. The Honorable Mr. Justice Kiara Kariuki laid a firm foundation upon assumption of office in 2013. In terms of facilitating access to justice, His Lordship, Mr. Justice Kariuki, presided over the devolution of the court from Nairobi to Malindi, Nyeri, and Kisumu, carrying out circuit sessions at Mombasa, Nakuru, and Eldoret. His Lordship introduced to the court the concept of Rapid Results Initiative, the RRIs, aimed at tackling and clearing case backlog. The service weeks that have been mounted since, in this regard, have assisted the court to deal with the ever-increasing problem of case backlog. On March 9, 2018, my brother, the Honorable Mr. Justice William Oko, assumed the presidency of the court and, building on his predecessor's foundation, shared his 5-point vision that was predicated upon providing a structured, responsive, and accessible leadership, improving court operations and efficiency, building a robust and more harmonious jurisprudence, improving the court environment, and addressing the welfare issues of judges and staff. This agenda was embraced by all of us in the court as a roadmap that would allow the court to meet the ends of justice in an effective and efficient manner. In terms of access to justice, it is also during the tenure of the